Hello fans and welcome to Swift Current 57's baseball. Night number 2 of the WMBL Championship Final. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the balls and strikes between the Swift Current 57's and the Edmonton Prospects. It was precisely 1 year ago today that the Swift Current, the Swift Current Indians won the WMBL Championship in Edmonton. So precisely 1 year later, these two teams meet again. Swift Current and the Edmonton Prospects, the 57's, with a 1-0 lead in the best-of-5 series after a 13-7 win last night. Swift Current outscored the Prospects, but the Prospects scored the last 6 runs of that contest. Is there forward momentum on the side of the visitors? The Prospects coming into this game in their yellows with the gray pants, the Swift Current 57's, who have enjoyed so much success on the road in the regular season and in the playoffs, going with their road greens with the white home pants tonight. Dustin Wells gets the start on the bump for the Swift Current 57's. Wells 0-2 in the playoffs with an ERA of 2. 2 starts, 3 appearances. He struck out 7 and walked 1, allowing 14 hits. Wells' last appearance was that 6-4 win over the Weyburn Beavers on August the 11th, when the 57's wrapped up the Eastern semifinal. Wells doing an inning of relief, and he'll be called upon to start here against some potent bats in the Edmonton Prospects lineup, beginning with right fielder number 22, Jake Lanferman, who's going to lead off for Edmonton tonight, as he did last night. Lanferman from Sherwood Park, Alberta, 5'11", 195, hits and throws from the right side. And yes, as we mentioned, hitting .405 in this postseason. He'll be followed by Zane Takar, the shortstop, who's hitting .343, and Nick Spillman with a postseason average of .361. So some big bats for Dustin Wells and the Swift Current 57's to take care of here in the top of the first. First pitch from Wells. It's a bloop shot where Cole Thibodeau goes for a bit of a jog into right field. 1 pitch, 1 out for Wells.
Now batting the shortstop.
Lanferman flies out to the second baseman, and it's 1 pitch, 1 down for Dustin Wells and the Swift Current 57's. Wells has had a knack for having quick innings on the mound. A couple times this year where he dispatched of the opposition in just 6 pitches. So there's something seductive from those pitches coming out of the right hand of the starter Dustin Wells from Glendale, Arizona. Played his university ball at George Fox. Fastball to Victoria, BC's Zane Takar, and the count is 1-0. Swift Current 57's getting off to a quick start last night, 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first, and then Riley Campbell with that solo home run in the bottom of the first. One pitch. Wells. Fly ball, right field. That could be trouble as that's headed for the gap. It's past Nick Kanyas, and Zane Takar gallops to second base. Prospects have their first base run of the game. The first hit of the ball game, a double by Takar.
Now batting the first baseman, number 16, Nick Spillman.
Only a 2-man crew tonight for the umpires. Ron Schuchuk behind home plate, Trevor Drury on the bases. 2-person crew for Game 2 of the championship series. Must be someone's summer holiday as Dustin Wells looks the runner at second base. Wells, first pitch fastball. Count 0-1 to Nick Spillman. Top of the first inning, 1 out and 1 on. Runner on at second base, Zane Takar, who doubled. Nick Spillman at the plate. Last night's starting pitcher, Eric Sabrowski, DHing for the Prospects on this night. 0-2, the count. Wells inducing a strike from Nick Spillman. Shot by Spillman. Shallow right field. Nick Kanyas makes the catch.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 23, Eric Sabrowski.
Eric Sabrowski. Game 1 starter for the Prospects last night. 1-0 count to Sabrowski. Fastball from Wells is low. 2-0 count. Tony Olson on deck. Eric Sabrowski, 6 hits and 24 postseason at-bats. He's hit in 6 games. 3 runs batted in. He's got the potential for 1 here. 2-0 count, swinging and missing out in front of a breaking ball from Wells. That'll make the count 2-1 here, top of the first inning. Two-one pitch. Curveball, up and out. 3-1 to Sabrowski. Sabrowski's probably not going to get too much to work with. A dangerous hitter, batting .250, empty bag at first. And Tony Olson, who's hitting .184 in the postseason, and Mackenzie Parlow, .172, are the next guys due up here. So if Wells were to walk Sabrowski, not the worst thing that could happen to the 57s, as Sabrowski's going to foul that off, and it'll be a 3-2 count. Three-two pitch. 2 down. Sabrowski tattoos one foul.
That's the center motor's foul ball. The baseballs are property of the Swift Current 57.
Give a shout out to Revved Up on Twitter. Fun fact, Dustin Wells and Edmonton's Marion McLean were high school teammates at Brophy College Prep in Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you very much for that fun fact coming out of Arizona. There's all sorts of interesting connections around the WMBL. Marion McLean starting left fielder for the Prospects last night. Not in the lineup as of yet. We'll see if he factors into this game. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Breaking ball. And a 7-pitch battle with Eric Sabrowski ends with the designated hitter striking out. Scoreless after the top of first. Bottom of 2 on the way. This is 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Leading off for the Swift Current 57, sponsored by ACT, the third baseman, number 8.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Here we go, bottom of the first, scoreless after a half inning. So Riley Campbell leading off here for the 57's. Campbell singling into the outfield, and the 57's have a base runner on here. First pitch hopped away from the catcher Mackenzie Parlow. Riley Campbell making no mistake on the second offering. Andrew Greeter getting the start on the mound for the Edmonton Prospects. Fourth postseason appearance for the native of Spruce Grove, Alberta. He's appeared in 3 games, 7.2 innings pitched, striking out 6 and walking 5, allowing 8 hits. So this is Greeter's first start of the WMBL postseason. Riley Campbell checked it first. Bondarchuk gets a bunt down. Nice bunt down the first base line, and Greeter unable to get a handle on the throw. So 2 on for the 57's. Bondarchuk bunts his way on to first. Riley Campbell advances to second. The table is set for Blake Adams. So bottom of the first, nobody out and 2 on. 57's looking to strike in game number 2 of the WMBL Championship Final. Andrew Greeter has a look at Riley Campbell. They're going to try and get Campbell. Riley safe at second. Adams showing bunt. Greeter hits the outside corner with that fastball, and the count is 0-1 to the native of Longview, Texas, Blake Adams. '57's will board their bus tomorrow morning just after 8 o'clock and head to Edmonton for game number 3 tomorrow night and 4, if necessary, on Wednesday. Adams showing bunt. Nick Spillman coming right in. Adams showing bunt. Here comes Spillman. Slash play by Adams trying to go the opposite way. And he hits that 82 mile an hour fastball into foul territory. 0-2 the count to Adams. Adams, after a slow start in the WMBL postseason, has upped his August average to 257. 357 hitting Bodie Cooper on deck. Matt Bondarchuk on at first, getting there via a misplayed bunt. Riley Campbell, who singled, advancing to second on the aforementioned bunt. Count 1-2 to Adams. Greeter looks the runner. Check swing. Ball hops away from the catcher, Mac Parlow, and 2 runners advance. Nobody out and 2 in scoring position. Two-two pitch to Adams with nobody out here. Matt Bondarchuk at second, Riley Campbell at third. 57's already knocking on the door here in the bottom of the first. Change up to Adams that he's out in front of, and he tops that ball into the backstop. Count remains 2-2. Good take by Adams on a pitch that didn't miss by much. 80-mile-an-hour fastball just below the knees of the left fielder for the 57's. Count is 3-2 now. A walk loads the bases for Bodie Cooper. Empty bag at first. Runners on at second and third here. 3-2 pitch. And that curveball gets away from Greeter. Adams will advance to first base.
Now batting, sponsored by
Nobody out and the base is loaded.
Number 5, Bodie Cooper.
57's have stranded a few in the playoffs. And they have a big opportunity to get out in front here of the Edmonton Prospects in game number 2 of this league final. Bases are loaded and nobody out. First pitch, fastball, 86 miles an hour from Greeter is just outside. Swing and a miss by Cooper. Bodie 357 in the playoffs, 306 in the regular season. 7 regular season home runs. He's got 3 in the postseason. Total of 39 RBI as well in the summer of 2017. So Bodie's played in 49 games this summer, 10 dingers and 39 ribbies. Swing and a miss, off-speed pitch from Greeter. And count is 1-2. Nick Conyas is on deck for the 57's. Conyas has been playing his best baseball of the summer in the month of August as well. 1-2 pitch. Cooper swinging defensively, fouls that off. Count is 1-2. One-two pitch. Cooper with a shot into right field. That's hit deep. Jake Lanferman makes the catch. Riley Campbell tags up. Campbell scoots home. Bondarchuk moves to third. And the 57's have a 1-0 lead. Riley Campbell high fives from his teammates as he heads to the dugout. And for the second night in a row, the 57's strike first. Sac fly RBI by Bodie. So Nick Conyas, runners on the corners for the native of San Antonio. Conyas goes for a bunt and pops that up to Andrew Greeter, who has a bit of an adventure with Nick Spillman also diving for that ball. 2 away here.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 9, Mason Brown.
2 away from Mason Brown, hitting .333 in the postseason. .57's with 1 here in the bottom of the first. 1-0, they lead it. Hungry for more is Mason Brown. Fastball, letter height, 1-0 count. Blake Adams on at first. Matt Bondarchuk at third. 57's third base coach and third-year assistant coach Eric Dorton communicates with runners and hitter via signal. 1-0 pitch. Fastball just catches the outside part of the plate, 86 miles an hour from the left hand of Andrew Greeter. 1-1. One pitch with 2 away. Greeter, the lefty, hitting 87 with that fastball, so some heat from the left side for starting pitcher for the Edmonton Prospects, Andrew Greeter. Blake Adams checked over at first as his Aunt Kathy checks in from Guthrie, Oklahoma. Glad to have you aboard, Kathy. Let me know where you're watching this one from. Tweet at me at Ryan_Schweitzer, SWITZER. Adams would love to advance to second and touch home plate. Ground ball. That's into the glove of Tony Olson, who executes the 4-3, and that does it for the 57's. 2 are stranded, 1 comes in to score. 1-0 Swifty.
1 error and 2 men left on.
We'll be back with the top of the second and more of Dustin Wells on the mound when we return with 57's baseball.
Fans, if you have program number 105570 or 105.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Claim your prize, courtesy of Living Sky Casino. Leading off for the Edmonton Prospects, the second baseman, number 5, Tony Olson.
Tony Olson leading off for the Edmonton Prospects. Dustin Wells pitching to John Baeta. Bodie Cooper at first. At second base, Cole Thibodeau. Brett Esau playing short. Riley Campbell at third. Outfield, usual suspects. Blake Adams, Matt Bondarchuk, and Nick Kanyas going from left to right. First pitch to Tony Olson is a strike from Dustin Wells. Wells 14 pitches to get through the first inning, top of. Olson, Mackenzie Partlow, and Anthony Cusati due up for Edmonton here in the top of the second inning. 1-0 lead for the Swift Current 57. Sac fly RBI by Bodie Cooper, scoring Riley Campbell. As Olson sees a pitch that he can drive and blasts that ball to center field.
Catcher, number 19, Mackenzie Partlow.
Mackenzie Partlow hitting 172 in the postseason. Runner on at first. Partlow digs in. Curveball, cued off the end of the bat, head foul. Catcher from Qualicum Beach in BC. Senior from the University of British Columbia. .288 hitter in the regular season, missing a good chunk of the year due to injury. The situation with Partlow. Wells. There's a shot up the middle, and another single up the middle by the Edmonton Prospects. Tony Olson galloping to third base. Throw is over top of him. Wells there to cover, but runners on second and third now. Mackenzie Parlow advancing to second base.
Number 24, Anthony Casati.
Singling up the middle, and good heads-up base running by Tony Olson, putting runners on second and third. Nobody out and 2 on for Anthony Casati now. Casati, 243 in the 2017 postseason. So the Prospects knocking on the door now. Nobody out and 2 on. Dustin Wells, breaking ball, tries to get that outside corner. Ball 1 is called. Pitch. Another breaking ball. This time it's a swinging strike by Casati. Count is 1-1. Empty bag at first. Nobody out. Runners on at second and third. Fastball in, hops away from Baeta. John chases that down the line. Nobody tries to advance. 2-1. Tense moment in this one. 57's lead at 1-0, but in jeopardy here in the top of the second. Ball's off the end of the bat, and that'll be strike 2 to Casati. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Casati chases after that high slider.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 15, Dean Olson.
1 down, 57's. Still a ways to go to get out of the woods here. Dean Olson to the plate. Olson, a 300 hitter. Derek Shedden on deck, hitting .556 in the postseason. In limited at-bats, 1 down, empty bag at first. Wells, breaking ball stays up, 1-0 count. Dean Olson, between the playoffs and the regular season, hitting .266 in this summer. 53 hits and 199 at-bats. Pitch inside from Wells as Olson showed bunt. 2-0 count. Another local product for the Prospects. Olson out of Sherwood Park, Alberta. Runners on at first and second. The Prospects trying to tie this ball game. They've spent no time in the lead in this series thus far. Breaking ball called strike, 2-1 from Wells. Olsen 2 for 3 in last night's game. Count 2-1. Wells. Ball is bunted. Bodie Cooper throws home. Baeta applies the tag, and they get the runner at home plate.
And that is a WW Swift Insurance SCI Canada birdie play.
2 down. Good heads-up play by Bodie Cooper. 3-2, runner out at home. John Baeta, right where he needed to be to apply the tag. It's a good catcher-on-catcher play there. Bodie Cooper, first-team All-Star catcher in the WMBL, forced to play first base with the injury to Kyle McDonald. He put that ball right where John Baeta needed it to be to get the man at home. So Tony Olsen erased from the equation. 2 away, still runners on the corners here. Prospects still knocking on the door. Breaking ball, though. And that play just giving the 57's a little bit more mojo here. Strike 1 to Derek Shedden. A 1 pitch. Wells. Offering is up and out. Shedden 9 at-bats in the postseason. He has 5 hits in 6 games. .556 hitter in the postseason in limited action. .238 hitter in the regular season. Ground ball off the glove of Wells. And Brett Esau throw to first is in time. 57's with a 1-6-3. Great job to negotiate that awkward hop by Brett Esau to still get the out at first. Prospects strand a couple. They threaten, but the 57's Houdini themselves out of trouble. 1-0 heading to the bottom of 2. 57's baseball brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
We're back with more Swift Current 57's baseball.
The shortstop, number 11, Brett Esau.
Esau leading off for Swift. Another inning of work for Andrew Greider on the mound, left-handed pitcher for the Prospects. Chris from the Greider family having Andrew's back on the pronunciation of his name on Twitter. Brett Esau, whose name is also frequently mispronounced at ballparks around the Wimble, at the plate now. Esau swings and misses at that off-speed offering. Greider, no matter how you say his name, is bringing some good heat from the left side, but a changeup that Esau was in front of him caused strike 1 in this count. It's 1-1 now. Esau hitting .326 in the postseason. Brett with 5 postseason dingers. So 16 home runs in total, 43 runs batted in this summer. Combining his playoff batting average with his regular season one, hitting .291 on the year. He saw 3 for 5 last night with 3 runs scored. 2 home runs, 3 runs batted in. High fastball, and he hits that way up in the air to shallow left field. Is someone going to be able to get to that in time? Yeah, the Prospects do track it down. Derek Shedden in left.
Now batting the catcher, number 32, John Baeta.
Shedden, not surprisingly, playing Esau deep, and that shot to shallow left forced the speedy left fielder to go for a bit of a jog to track that fly ball down. John Baeta to the plate now for Swift. Count. Grider induces a hard foul ball by Baeta down the third base line. 1-0 lead for the Swift Current 57's. Prospects have left 3 on base thus far. Had runners on at second and third with nobody out in their half of the second inning, but the 57's managed to get through unscathed. Baeta, ground ball. Slow roller. Tony Olson gets that throw to Nick Spillman in time to take care of Baeta, 2 away.
Now batting,
number 9 hitter Cole Thibodeau.
Cole Thibodeau.
Thibodeau this summer hitting .359, .374 in the regular season, and .296 in the playoffs thus far. 1 home run on the year for Thibodeau. That was hit in Yorkton early in the season. First pitch from Grider, and it's 1-0. Missing inside to Thibodeau, lefty on lefty encounter here. Another pitch inside, just below the elbow of the Omaha, Nebraska product. Thibodeau, number 9 hitter in the batting order. 1 hit for the 57's, first time through the lineup. Fastball in the dirt, and Thibodeau watches the count go to 3-0. Riley Campbell, top of the order on deck for Swift. 3-0 pitch. Grider obliges with a 3-0 fastball for strike 1. Thibodeau, ground ball. Tony Olson off to first, and that'll do it for the 57's. 3 up, 3 down, 2 innings in the books. Top of 3 on the way. It is Swift Current with a 1-0 lead. Game number 2 of this best-of-5 series. 57's with a 1-0 series lead and 1-0 on the scoreboard. Top of 3 on the way. This is 57's baseball.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. Glad you could join us for game number 2 of the WMBL Finals.
Leading off for the Edmonton Prospects, the right fielder, number 22, Jake Lamperman.
Top of the order for the Prospects, Jake Lanferman to the plate. Flew out to second base his last time up. Lanferman now hitting .395 in the postseason, 0 for 1 thus far. Tries to get a bunt down, bunts it right off of home plate, and that'll be strike one. So second time through the order for the Prospects. They got 3 hits their first time through. No runs, though. Prospects are out hitting the 57's 3-1, but it's Swift Current with a 1-0 lead on the scoreboard. Top of the third inning. Dustin Wells, 4th appearance of the playoffs, 3rd start, strike 2 going right after Lanferman. The lights are heating up here at Mitchell Field. Days are getting noticeably shorter as we get midway into the month of August. Lanferman, fly ball, center field. Matt Bondarchuk and Nick Konyas both go after it, and Konyas says, "I got this," to make the catch.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 6, Zane Takar.
Prospects shortstop, Zane Takar, who doubled last time he was up. Third inning, Prospects have left 3 on base in this game thus far. First pitch to Takar is ball 1. One-oh pitch. Wells, always right around the plate, strike 1. Fastball just a bit up, and the count is 2-1. Takar over the head of Riley Campbell. His second hit of the ball game. Zane Takar, single and a double.
Number 16, Nick Spillman.
One on and one down. Nick Spillman to the plate. One year ago today, Nick Spillman was the final out in the 57's. Well, then the Swift Current Indians championship win. Spillman flying out to Shane Doki, Swift Current's second baseman. That ended the season 1 year ago tonight. So Spillman certainly looking for some redemption and trying to take care of Swift Current to secure a league championship for him after Swift Current beat his team last year. High hopper Riley Campbell throws a dart to second base. Can the 57's turn 2? Not quite. Spillman will leg it out and reach on a fielder's choice. They tried to go for the 5-4-3. They got the 5 to the 4.
Number 23, Eric Sabrowski.
Nice athleticism by Campbell, jumping to get that high hopper and quickly getting the ball to his throwing hand. Zane Takar coming in hot at second base. Cole Thibodeau unable to make a play. Wells, slider, strike 1. Eric Sabrowski to the plate now. Wells struck him out the last time these two faced each other. Sabrowski starting pitcher last night for the Edmonton Prospects, the local lefty from Sherwood Park. Breaking ball in the dirt, and 1-1 with 2 away here. Runner on at first. We're in the top of the third inning, and a 1-0 Swift Current 57's lead. Bodie Cooper, a sac fly RBI that scored Riley Campbell, who singled earlier in the inning. Campbell singled. Matt Bondarchuk bunted his way to first. Blake Adams walked, putting Campbell to third base, where Bodie Cooper was able to get the sacrifice fly ball to right field to put Swift Current up 1 here. 1-2 pitch to Sabrowski. He spanks that fastball into left, and the Prospects have 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 5, Tony Olson.
Well, Prospects have already stranded 3 in this ball game. We're in the top of the 3rd now. How much longer can the 57 skate away from trouble against the capable Edmonton Prospects? Edmonton started slow but finished strong last night. It was a 13-7 Game 1 win for the 57s. Edmonton scoring the final 6 runs in that game, though. Olsen, ground ball to Riley Campbell. They get the out at second base. And once again, the Prospects are going to strand runners here. Bottom of 3 coming up. Swift Current still with a 1-run lead. They'll try and add to it when we return with more Swift Current 57's baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
In favor of the Swift Current 57s over the Edmonton Prospects. Swift Current 57s would like to take time to return.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packages.
They're your one-stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor. Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
Riley Campbell to lead off here. 1 for 1 with a single thus far, and he has scored the lone run of this ball game. Campbell brought home via the sac fly RBI. Richard Morasti watching the game from Edmonton, father of Andrew Morasti of the Prospects on their pitching staff. Morasti, originally from Meadow Lake, as is 57 slugger Brett Esau. So the community of Meadow Lake, well represented in the WMBL championship finals. Wadsworth, Ohio's Riley Campbell at the plate. Fastball from Andrew Grider is up. 2-1 to Riley. Campbell 386 in the postseason, a 2-home run game last night. He's had 3 round trippers in the month of August. Campbell fouling that one off. Riley 4 for 6 last night with 3 hits, 2 home runs, 3 RBI, a stolen base. And Riley Campbell does what a good leadoff hitter is wont to do and gets the pass to first base.
Now batting, sponsored by JPS Bus Lines, the center fielder, number 22, Matt Bondarchuk.
Matt Bondarchuk, who put a bunt in play and had good things happen the last time he was up, advanced to first base. Matt getting a bunt down, and Andrew Grider had some issues getting that ball to his first baseman. Left-handed pitcher, of course, is going to make a few throws to first here with Riley Campbell over there. Matt Bondarchuk, fastball up and in. 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, runner on at first, Grider. Bondarchuk, ground ball, potential for 2, 4, 6, and 3. Prospects take care of 2 speedy runners in Bondarchuk and Campbell.
Now batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino, the left fielder, number 24, Blake Adams.
So Blake Adams to take a turn now. The 6'2", 210-pounder, who's hit 13 home runs this summer and driven in 58 runs between pre- and post-season. First pitch to Adams is up. Blake 2 for 3 last night with 2 runs scored. High fly ball into foul territory. Mac Partlow makes the catch. Adams flies out to the catcher. Third inning is in the books. Top of 4 coming up, still a 1-0 lead for the Swift Current 57's. Prospects have left 4 on base. We'll see what happens in the 4th inning when we return with 57's baseball.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Ryan Schweitzer along with you. Top of the 4th inning.
The catcher, number 19, Mackenzie Partlow.
Mackenzie Partlow, Anthony Cusati, Dean Olson due up for the Prospects. Partlow singled his last time up. Prospects, 5 hits in this contest thus far, but unable to plate any runs. Dustin Wells pitching to John Baeta. 57's haven't changed their lineup much over the past few games. Bodie still at first, Thibodeau at second. Brett Esau at short, Riley Campbell at third. Outfield, Adams, Bondarchuk, Kanyas. Partlow out in front of an off-speed pitch. Count is 0-2. Chopped foul. John Baeta gets vertical to pull that down. Ground ball, Riley Campbell on the run, and smooth as silk gets the throw to first.
Beer is on sale, $2 for $8 at the Diamond Energy Beer booth until the end of this inning. Now batting, the third baseman, number 24, Anthony Casati. And here they come.
One-oh pitch. Breaking ball. 1-1. One and two. Dustin Wells. 1-2 pitch with one down. Pitch hops away from Baeta. Breaking ball. Anthony Casati struck out the last time he was up. Top of the fourth inning. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Patterson Agriculture strikeout for Dustin Wells.
Second strikeout
Now batting, the center fielder, number 15,
for Anthony Casati. Wells with his number thus far through the first two times that they faced each other. Dean Olson, who reached on a fielder's choice his last trip to the plate. One-oh count as that pitch escapes the batter's box. Dustin Wells, breaking ball to Baeta, 1-1. Fastball out. Top of the fourth inning, 2 away here, 2-1 count. We will have game number 3 tomorrow in Edmonton. Always excited to go back to Remax Field. Palatial Stadium, the largest baseball stadium in Western Canada, second largest baseball facility in all of Canada, Remax Field. Only a stadium in Ottawa is bigger, 10,000 seat stadium. Turf infield, where anything can happen. Ball 4 here, first walk of the game issued by Dustin Wells. It's to the number 8 hitter Dean Olson, with Derek Shedden coming to the plate, who grounded out to the shortstop his last time up. Top of the order and Jake Lanferman on deck. Dustin Wells. Fastball in the dirt. One-oh count. Quick check of the runner over at first. Wells, his first pickoff move of the ball game. Keeping Dean Olson honest over at first. 1-0 count to Derek Shedden. Pitch drops in for strike one. We now have a 1-1. 1-1 the count. Wells looks the runner at first. Lefty on righty matchup. That pitch going outside to in, and 2-1. Two-one pitch, runner on at first. Wells induces a hard foul ball into the patio area.
Yes, that's the Standard Boogers foul ball. Run and get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth. You get it?
Another full house here at Mitchell Field. Close to 600 on hand here by my guesstimation. Maybe more. 2-2 pitch. And that one gets shedded in the ankle. Derek Shedden wears one and gets to first. Joe Carnahan's going to head out of the dugout and have a quick chat with Dustin Wells. Joe's been in this situation before. Joe was a versatile utility guy in his playing days. You could put him anywhere in the field. Infield, outfield. He could also pitch.
The right fielder, number 22, Jake Lamperman.
A lefty in his playing days. Joe, a former league MVP, most valuable pitcher as well. He's won his share of hardware. Three league titles as a player he led Swift Current to, and 2 as a coach. 5 WMBL titles for Joe Carnahan in some way, shape, or form. Joe 2 wins away from another one. Edmonton Prospects have something to say about that, though. Jake Lanferman here with 2 out and 2 on here. Prospects have stranded 4 already. They would love to cash somebody in here in the top of the 4th. They've had opportunities. They're out hitting the 57's in this one. But it's a 1-0 lead for the 57's. Battle of lefties. Dustin Wells for the 57's and Andrew Grider for the Prospects. Runners on at first and second. The 0-1. Lanferman hits that one to right field. Nick Conyas has that land fair, and scurrying home for the Prospects is Dean Olson. And we're all tied up at 1. A 2-out RBI single for the Prospects, and they finally plate one here. And we're squared up in the top of the 4th with Zane Takar to the plate and runners on second and third. Dustin Wells, quick chat with John Baeta here. Runners on at second and third, these two wanting to get on the same page. The catcher from Port St. Lucie, Florida, and the pitcher from Glendale, Arizona. Fastball, strike 1. Zane Takar seeing the ball well tonight, already with a couple of hits. Single and a double. Base hit. Could put the Prospects up here. Dustin Wells doesn't miss by much with that offering, 1-1. One pitch, Curveball, strike 2. One-two pitch with 2 away, curveball, and that will drop into the outfield, and the Prospects, 1 will score. Throw on target, Baeta crashes into the runner, but drops the ball, and the Prospects get 2. And suddenly the Edmonton Prospects have a 2-run lead here in the top of the 4th. Prospects knocked on the door a few times this game, and they've finally been able to plate 3 runs, all doing so with 2 away. So the top of the 4th, the inning that the Prospects have been waiting for. Nick Spillman, runner on at second. Dustin Wells, first pitch fastball, strike 1. Oh, 1. Curveball, fouled out of here by Spillman. Dustin Wells. 0-2 count. Fly ball, center field. Matt Bondarchuk makes the catch. 1 is stranded, but 3 come into the score, and the Edmonton Prospects have their first lead of the WMBL Finals. They're up 3-1 on the Swift Current 57's. We'll see how Swift responds when we come back with the bottom of the 4th inning. This is 57's Baseball for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to this webcast of Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. Bodie Cooper swings and misses at the first pitch offering from Andrew Greider here in the 4th. '57's trailing 3-1 after a 3-run 4th inning by the visiting Prospects. Shot by Bodie Cooper, hit to center field. That's hit back. Giving chase is Dean Olson. And he makes the catch just in front of the warning track for the first out.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 26, Nick Conyers.
Deep in Mitchell Field. Cooper flies out to 8, 1 away here in the 4th. 57's scoring 13 runs last night against the Edmonton Prospects. They trail by 2 now, 3-1 in the 4th inning. Prospects with a field goal in the top of the 4th. Kanyas belts one up the middle. San Antonio's Nick Kanyas continues to hit well in the postseason. Mason Brown to the plate. Brown 1 out. Grounded out to second his last time up. Brett Esau on deck. Andrew Grider, 1 out and 1 on. Breaking ball outside to Mason. Brett Esau is on deck for Swift. Sean Chandler warming up in the bullpen. Grider looks Kanyas at first. Kanyas leading with his head a little bit there as soon as Grider entered the stride. Nick looking like he was ready to head to second, and Grider's going to check him one more time just to make sure that Kanyas doesn't get any ideas over at first. Kanyas might get one more over there at first. Well, ground ball potential for 2 here. And the Prospects out of the 4th with a 3-1 lead. This is Swift Current 57's baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
No runs, 1 hit.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes, unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Welcome back. Edmonton Prospects can feel a little bit of a momentum shift here.
This inning is brought to you by the Swift Current Broncos.
Prospects lead at 3-1.
3
3 runs in the top of the 4th, and then shutting down the 57's in the bottom of the 4th.
Leading off for the Edmonton Prospects, the designated hitter, number 23, Eric Sabrowski.
Eric Sabrowski 1 for 2, singling and striking out. Sean Chandler warming up in the 57's bullpen. Dustin Wells out there for his 5th inning of work. In the 4 innings, Wells has been on the JOB tonight. 7 hits, 3 earned runs, striking out 3 and walking 1. There's a shot by Sabrowski to center field where Matt Bondarchuk makes the catch.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 5, Tony Olson.
Olson 1 for 2 in this one. Prospects have swung the bat tonight, and good things have happened. They lead 3-1 on the strength of 7 hits. 57's 1.5 times through the order. Have only mustered 2 hits thus far in this 3-1 ball game. How much longer can the Prospects keep Swift Current's potent offense at bay? Prospects hitting .282 as a team in the playoffs, .271 in the regular season. As that offering is fouled out. Swift Current .293 in the postseason, after as a team hitting .301 in the first 48. Dustin Wells, 1-2 count. Breaking ball, strike 3. Olsen goes down swinging.
That is an agricultural strikeout for Dustin Wells. Now batting, the Swift are about a year batter. The catcher, number 19, Mackenzie Parlow.
Mackenzie Parlow, another player for these Prospects who's 1 for 2 in this. Game number 2 of the best of 5. Top of the 5th inning. 3-1 lead for Edmonton. Parlow hits that deep to left field. Hit back. Blake Adams at the warning track. Reaches up and pulls that ball down.
It's on sale. 2 for $8 at the Diamond Energy Beer Booth until the end of this inning.
Adams has those power numbers. It's easy to forget how fast he is, but he goes for a bit of a jog, galloping about 25 yards to make that catch. It's 3-1 Prospects with the bottom of the 5th on the way. This is 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Ryan Schweitzer here at Mitchell Field. Andrew Grider getting set for another inning of work as he preps, throwing to Mackenzie Parlow. 4 innings of work thus far, only 2 hits, 1 earned run. No strikeouts and 2 walks from Grider. He's faced 15 57's batters. Number 7 hitter for Swift Current is due up. It's Brett Esau.
Swift Current 57, the shortstop, number 11, Brett Esau.
John Baeta on deck. We'll also see Cole Thibodeau here in the bottom of the 5th. Riley Campbell and Nick Kanyas have the hits for the 57's in this one. Bodie Cooper, a sac fly RBI to score Campbell, who is at third. That came in the bottom of the 1st inning. Breaking ball from Grider, strike 1 to Esau. Fastball just above the shoes of Esau. Count 1-1 here. Esau sitting on fastball and a 74-mile-an-hour off-speed offering makes the count 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball called strike 3. Esau goes down looking.
Now batting the catcher, number 32, John Baeza.
One down, bottom of the 5th inning. 57's, a team in need of a spark. Who will provide it here? Ball 1 to Baeza. One-0 pitch. Fastball up. Riders' fastball earlier this game, 86, 87 miles an hour. As we get into the 5th inning, and Grider closing in on 60 pitches. 84 is what it's topping out at now. That one was 85, a swinging strike on that fastball letter high. 56 pitches from Andrew Grider, who's used to working in relief. So 4 1/3, a little longer day at the office than Grider's used to. Change up at 76, and it's a 3-1 count. Three-one pitch by Ada, slashes that foul. And it's a full count. Three-two pitch. Fastball about chin height to Baeza, who walks to first. Cole Thibodeau, who represents the tying run, takes a turn now. Edmonton fielders make a few adjustments to deal with Thibodeau. Zane Takar, the shortstop, moving that much closer to second base. Thibodeau, ground ball, potential for 2, 4, 6. And the Prospects turn 2 again.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. After 5 innings.
Top of the 6th on the way. It's a 3-1 Prospect lead. We'll be back with more 57's baseball shortly.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Glad you could join us wherever you may be and whomever you may be cheering from. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the balls and strikes between Swift Current and Edmonton. Game 2 of this championship final.
Leading off for the Edmonton Prospects, the third baseman, number 24, Anthony Casati.
Anthony Casati leading off for the Prospects. 3-1, Edmonton leads it. Casati, shot to right field. Nick Kanyas makes the catch.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 15, Dean Olson.
Brings Dean Olson to the plate. Dean Olson representing the number 8 spot in Edmonton's batting order. Oh, 1 pitch. Wells, nice breaking ball for strike 2. And strike 3, Olson goes down swinging.
And that is a Patterson Agriculture strikeout.
2 quick outs for the 57's.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 4, Derek Shedden.
Tried to bunt.
Derek Shedden tries to get a bunt down. Count is 0-1. Shedden represents number 9 in the Prospects batting order. He's grounded out and been hit by a pitch in this one. Shedden tries to get a bunt down again. And well played. He'll take first. A bunt single for the number 9 guy in the Prospects batting order.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 22, Jake Lamperman.
Top of the order. 3-1 lead for the Prospects. Jake Lanferman to the plate now. Wells looks the runner at first. Lanferman, ground ball past a diving Cole Thibodeau, and more 2-out magic for the Edmonton Prospects.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 6, Zane Takar.
Brings Zane Takar to the bat. And Joe Carnahan is going to make his way out. And will this be the end of the night for Dustin Wells? Joe will take the baseball. Dustin Wells wanting to stick around in this one, but Sean Chandler will be summoned from the bullpen. We'll give the 6'5" Nebraska product a chance to warm up, and we'll be back shortly with Swift Current 57's baseball. 2 out, top of the 6th inning, and 2 on for the Prospects. Back with more after this.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packing.
Your one stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor. Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. 3-1 lead for the Edmonton Prospects. Dustin Wells, 5 2/3, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, striking out 5 and walking 1. Sean Chandler deployed by Joe Carnahan and the Swift Current 57's. This will be Chandler's third postseason appearance. He's been a hero for the 57's in his first 2 in the postseason. 6.2 innings of work. He struck out 11 and walked 1. Spotless ERA so far for the 6'5" sophomore from the University of Nebraska out of Bellevue. Sean Chandler, the righty, drafted out of high school in the 32nd round by the Milwaukee Brewers. With the series tied 1-1, he had a Game 3 appearance in Moose Jaw. 57's getting out of that one with a win, and he was a key part of Swift Current's Game 3 win in Weyburn as well. So Sean Chandler, fastball that at times touches 92 miles an hour, could be described as effectively wild at times. First pitch from Chandler. 2 out and 2 on. Looks the runner at second. Hits 90 miles an hour on that fastball. His first pitch of the game. Sean Chandler. Looks the runner at second. Deploys more heat, 90 mile an hour fastball, swinging strike. Number 2 hitter in the Prospects batting order, Zane Takar here against Chandler. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here, runners on at second and third. 3-1 Edmonton lead. Sean Chandler in the 57's trying to keep it that way. 73 mile an hour slider after back-to-back fastballs to Takar. Count is 1-2. One-two pitch. 91 on that fastball from Chandler. Just a bit up, according to the home plate umpire. We've seen Sean Chandler hit 92 on the radar gun. That last belt-high fastball, 91. Fastball fouled off. Pitch clocked at 89. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Chandler's 2-2 pitch. 89 mile an hour heater, and that lands foul. Chandler, 2-2 pitch. In the dirt. And it's a full count to Zane Takar. Prospects with a 2-run lead, top of the 6th. It's 3-1. Three-two pitch. Chandler. Not before. He looks the runner back to second. Three-two pitch. Runners in motion. Ground ball. Takes a funny hop on Brett Esau, rounding third, and heading for home is Derek Shedden.
Now batting the first baseman, number
And it's a 4-1 Prospect lead. Prospects plate one more. Chandler, fastball. Just missing inside, 1-0. Pitch. Runner in motion, throw on target from Baeta. And Zane Takar caught stealing. So Nick Spillman will lead off for the Prospects in the 7th. Bottom of 6 coming up. The deficit is now 4 for the 57's. 4-1. Edmonton leads it. Back with more 57's baseball after this.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Quaker Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. The home team trailing 4-1 here in game number 2. Andrew Greider has pitched well for the Prospects thus far. 5 innings of work, allowing only 2 hits, striking out 1 and walking 3. It's the top of the order for the 57's, third time through. Campbell has one of Swift Current's 2 hits this game. The 57's leadoff hitter. Singling in Swift Current's first at bat of the game. Campbell showing bunt. Pulls away, strike called. Campbell, Bondarchuk, Adams. Top of the order. Campbell looking like he was trying to push one down the first base line. That baseball hops away from the catcher, Mackenzie Parlow, heading to the backstop. Andrew Greider throwing to Parlow. Nick Spillman at first. Tony Olson at second. Zane Takar at short. Anthony Cusati at third. Derek Shedden, Dean Olson, and Jake Lanferman in the outfield, going from left to right. 1-2, the count to Campbell. Andrew Greider, his first start of the postseason, has held up his end of the bargain for the Prospects. Ground ball hit to third. Cusati bobbles it, and the throw to first is not in time. That extra half second is all Riley Campbell needed to leg that out. He's on via the E5.
Center fielder, number 22, Matt Bodnerchuk.
Second error of the game committed by the Edmonton Prospects. Last time Edmonton had an error, 57's held them accountable, and Riley Campbell subsequently scored. Can Matt Bondarchuk and the 57's make Edmonton pay for that one? Bondarchuk bunting at the eye-height fastball. That goes foul. Blake Adams on deck for the 57's, who trail at 4-1 here in the bottom of the sixth. Oh, 1. Bondarchuk, big hack. Strike 2. Oh-2 pitch. Fastball low. 85 on that last fastball from Greider. One and two the count. Nobody out here. It's the bottom of the sixth inning. The Swift Current 57's trailing the Edmonton Prospects 4-1 as Riley Campbell is checked at first. One-two pitch. Fastball out, 2-2. Swift Current trying to claw back into this one. Two-two pitch. Bondarchuk swings at that offering low and away. Lefty on lefty. And some breaking stuff from Greider takes care of Bones.
Now batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino, the left fielder, number 24, Blake Adams.
Blake Adams with Riley Campbell on at first makes his way to the plate. Bodie Cooper on deck. First pitch to Adams, missing the strike zone. One-0 count. Greider. Breaking ball in the dirt. Mackenzie Parlow grabs it before Riley Campbell can scurry anywhere. Two-0 count to Adams. Not before Campbell is checked at first again. Shout out to Thomas de Bonville's family, his mom Rayanne, at the Colorado Rockies game tonight. Tuned in online, hoping Thomas and the 57's can get something going here. Adams fouls that off. Counts as 2-1 here. Andrew Grider, we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Only 73 pitches to get to this point in the game for the left-hander from Edmonton. He's kept his pitch count low, tries to paint the outside corner on Blake Adams, and it's a 3-1 count. Three-1 to Adams. Adams sitting on fastball. Hits that high offering into the backstop, and it's a full count now. Bottom of the 6th, 4-1 lead for the Edmonton Prospects. Andrew Grider has come in and pitched a gem thus far for the visitors in their road yellows. 57's also wearing their road colors for this one, as they've had plenty of success away from Swift Current. Three-two pitch. And Grider wants to have a chat with Mackenzie Parlow. Runner on at first, quick convo between catcher and pitcher. Blake Adams with the count 3-2 with one away. Time called. Greeter. Ball 4 to Adams. Riley Campbell in motion. But with ball 4 to Adams, Campbell advances. Bodie Cooper represents the tying run for the 57's. 2 on and 1 out. Bodie is sac fly RBI, and he's flown out to center field in his 2 at-plate endeavors in this game number 2. Bodie hitting .349 in the postseason. 3 postseason home runs. First pitch, strike 1 called. Fastball in. I think you can hear what the fans in Swift Current think of that called strike. Riley Campbell, checked. Ball sails into the outfield. Campbell and Adams scamper ahead of base. The Riley Campbell factor. Trying to keep him near the bag, throw one away. 2 advance to scoring position. Count 0-1 to Cooper. Breaking ball. Just a bit high to Bodie. Count 2-1. Bodie has the 57's lone RBI in this one. Greeter. Fastball hops away from the catcher. Here comes Campbell. And the 57's cut the deficit to 2. Blake Adams moves to third. Campbell comes in to score. The deficit for Swift Current is 2 now. 4-2, the Prospects lead at bottom of the 6th. Blake Adams 90 feet away. Nick Kanyas on deck, 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Swift Current looking for a spark offensively. Bodie tries to time out that curveball and hits it foul.
Run to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get it.
2-2 pitch to Bodie. Strike 3, drop third strike. Bodie out at first.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 26, Nick Kanyas.
2 down, 57's down by 2. It's 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Nick Kanyas to the plate. Breaking ball to Kanyas for strike 1. Pitch going from just above the letters to just above the knees on that curveball from Greeter. Kanyas swings at the fastball, and he's quickly behind 0-2 here with Blake Adams at third base. Kanyas representing the tying run. 4-2 Edmonton, bottom of the 6th. Kanyas ducks away from that curveball. One, 2. Fastball, Kanyas hits that to Olsen. And an easy ground ball out. 57's get 1 back, 6 in the books.
1 run, no hit.
4-2 Edmonton, back with more 57's baseball. Brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. We'll be back in a moment.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome to the 7th inning. Ryan Schweitzer, Swift Current 57's baseball for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. Nick Spillman, Eric Sabrowski, Tony Olsen. 3-4-5 due up for Edmonton. Prospects leading 4-2, looking to grow that lead as we hit the twilight innings of this contest. Sean Chandler coming on in relief. Dustin Wells going 5 2/3 for the 57's. On the hook for all 4 runs. Or only 3, actually. Strike 1 to Nick Spillman. Sean Chandler, the 0-1. Blows some heat past Spillman. Count 0-2. Chandler, 0-2. Goes to his slider and doesn't miss by much. It's 1-2. One-two count. Fastball redirected into the mask of John Baeta. Chandler hitting 90 with that pitch. 1-2. Another 1-2 pitch on the way from the 6'5" right-hander from Bellevue, Nebraska. Chandler winds and fires. Changeup. Out in front of that is Spillman. Spillman battling with Sean Chandler. Sean Chandler, 2 wins in the postseason, both in relief. High heat, and Spillman fouls that into the night sky. Chandler, a spotless ERA in the playoffs thus far. In the regular season, 13 appearances, 17 innings of work, striking out 20 and walking 22. He's found much more control in the postseason, coming into this game with an 11-1 strikeout to walk ratio. One-two pitch. Goes to the breaking ball and strikes out Nick Spillman, 1 down. Some 90-mile-an-hour fastballs and then a mid-70s slider. Brings Eric Sabrowski to the plate. Sabrowski 1 for 3 in this game 2 with his Prospects up 4-2. Looking for more here in the top of the 7th. They would like a little bit more insurance against an offensively capable Swift Current 57's team. Sean Chandler, 90-mile-an-hour fastball into the glove of Brett Esau, who gets the throw to first in time, 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 5, Tony Olson.
Tony Olson 1 for 3. And 195 in the postseason. Striking out the last time he was up, that was against Dustin Wells. Wells ending the night with 5 strikeouts. Andrew Grider, 3 strikeouts to 4 walks. 57's only 2 hits off him this game, though. He's paid the bills for the Prospects. 90-mile-an-hour heater to Tony Olson, strike 1. Oh, 1 to Olson. Count 0-2. That last one fouled off by Olson. Olson, a member of last year's Prospects team that met up with Swift Current in the WMBL final. Swift Current winning that league title 1 year ago today. 0-2 pitch. And Chandler again with the slider.
And that's another Patterson Agriculture strikeout for John Chandler.
3 up, 3 down in the top of the 7th. Bottom of 7 coming up. The deficit for the 57's is 2 for 2 Prospects. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th after these messages. This webcast for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Swift Current 57's are down by 2 in Game 2 of this WMBL Championship Series. Mason Brown, Brett Esau, John Baeta due up for Swift here in the bottom of the 7th. They trail by 2. Mason Brown, 0-1 the count. Andrew Grider. 6 innings so far. Brown swings and misses out in front of that pitch. "85 pitches from Grider. He's been efficient tonight. Breaking ball to Brown just above the belt. 1-2. Good take by Mason. If Brown can get on base here, counts as 1-2. If he can get on base, bet your bottom dollar that Thomas de Bonville will pinch run, but not this time around. Brown goes down swinging. Brett Esau's third at bat of the game.
Brett Esau.
Grider's 7 innings of work. Well, 6 1/3 thus far. Under 90 pitches. This will be the 25th batter that he's faced. Everything you could ask and more of a playoff start for Ray Brown's lefty, Grider. "2-0 count. Grider's got the memo. Nothing chubby over the plate to this guy. Fastball. Just off the plate. Hacked at by Esau. That's off the bat head, and the count is 2-1. Two and 1 count. Breaking ball. 2-2. Some desperation in the swing of the Swift Current 57's. Here in the bottom of the 7th, down by 2. 4-2 Prospects. Esau fouls that fastball off.
Yes, that's the center runner's foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth. Again, eh?
Big stretch for Grider. 2-2 pitch to Esau. Oh. Brett wears one in the leg. That one stung. Esau gets to first the hard way.
Number 32, John Baeta.
And now John Baeta to the plate. 1 out and 1 on. Eric Dorton on the left of your screen relaying the signals to Baeta and Esau. John Baeta. 1 out, runner on at first. He represents the tying run in a game where runs have been tough to come by. Baeta gets that bunt down. Grider unable to play it.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1, Cole Thibodeau.
Cole Thibodeau to the plate with 1 down. Thibodeau 0 for 2, a couple of ground ball outs. The 276 hitter who had the top batting average on the 57's is due. The number 9 guy in the batting order. 2 on and 1 away. Thibodeau shows bunt. Esau way out in the middle of nowhere and is thrown out at second base. Esau not agreeing with that assessment. He figured he had his hand in underneath that tag. Fastball in. Andrew Grider starting to take a little bit more time between each pitch. There's 98 of his night, and it's a 3-0 count to Thibodeau. Count 3-0, Thibodeau likely to take here. 81-mile-an-hour fastball catches the inside part of the plate. 3-1. Three-one pitch. Lefty on lefty, outside corner painted. Battling back is Andrew Grider. Andrew Grider just threw his 100th pitch of this ball game. 3-2 pitch. Thibodeau fouls that into the backstop. Full count with 2 down. Top of the order, and Riley Campbell on deck for Swift, bottom of the 7th. Cole Thibodeau 0 for 2, full count. Thibodeau continues to battle, getting a small piece of that ball. Count remains full with 2 away. 3-2 pitch, 2 away. Thibodeau lifts that to center field. And that falls in. 3 converge on that baseball. No one able to get it. Thibodeau scampers to second. Opportunistic base running after a fly ball into no man's land. And now there's 2 in scoring position for Riley Campbell. Campbell is singled, walked, and reached on an E5. Here comes Ray Brown. And a 102-pitch ball game. Andrew Grider is saying no. He's saying, get back in the dugout, Ray Brown. I got this. Andrew Grider. Relief coming in from the pen. '57's have 2 on and 2 out, bottom of the 7th. The lead for the Prospects is 4-2.
This is a masterpiece pitching change. Now pitching for the Edmonton Prospects, number 17, Marion McLean.
Marion McLean in to pitch. McLean in the postseason, 2 appearances, 5.2 innings of work, allowing 5 hits, 1 earned run, striking out 9 and walking 1, 2-0 in the postseason, with a 1.58 earned run average. So Marion McLean from Phoenix, Arizona. A couple of high school teammates, both seeing action in this one. Dustin Wells for the 57's and Marion McLean for the Prospects. We'll let the righty warm up, and we'll be back with the 57's with 2 runners in scoring position, down by 2 at the top of the order at the plate.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Riley Campbell in the top of the order up with 2 on here. Tying run represented by Cole Thibodeau at second base. A bloop shot into shallow center field that the Prospects couldn't grab. And with the Prospects up 4-2, Riley Campbell could be a well-placed base hit away from bringing them in. Marion McLean, though, who's been good in relief, slider to Campbell. Ball 1. Slider staying inside. One-0 pitch. Just missing low and away. 2-0 to Campbell. Two-0 pitch. Campbell with a shot to right field. Chasing after that is Jake Lanferman. And Lanferman makes the catch. Or doesn't make the catch. Riley Campbell scores 2. That ball just over the head of Jake Lanferman, and with 2 out, the runners score, and it's a tie ball game. An RBI double that scores 2. And the 57's have fought back here in the bottom of the 7th to tie things up.
Now batting, sponsored by JTS Bus Lines, the center fielder, number 22, Matt Bodnerchuk.
I Joe Buck, David Tyree, that call. Nowhere near the level of excitement that I should have had. Riley Campbell on at second. Matt Bondarchuk at the plate. Campbell now representing the go-ahead run for the 57's, who have fought back in the bottom of the 7th with Marion McLean, who's got some nasty breaking stuff out there. just missing outside. One 0 count. And Mac Partlow is going to have a quick chat with his pitcher, Marion McLean, here. Riley Campbell, a 2-out double to right field to score 2. And the 57's have clawed back in game 2 after falling down 4-2. Two away here. Matt Bondarchuk reaching on an air one, grounding out and striking out. Bondarchuk hitting .222 in the playoffs. Riley Campbell representing the go-ahead run. Fastball from McLean, 83 miles an hour. Prospects warming up Andrew Morasti. Big right-hander. 1-1 the count to Bondarchuk, 2 away. Ground ball. Slow roller. Tony Olson in the glove over to first just in the nick of time. 57 strand 1, but they score 2. We'll head to the top of the 8th, and things are tied at 4. Anyone's ball game when we return with Swift Current 57's baseball. Brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball, where we're all tied up at 4. Game number 2 of the Western Major Baseball League Championship Finals. Sean Chandler, 1.1 innings of work thus far, striking out 2 in 4 batters faced.
Leading off for the Edmonton Prospects, the Swift Autobody Beer batter, the catcher, number 19, Mackenzie Parlow.
6, 7, 8 due up for the Prospects. Parlow, Kusati, Olson. Top of the 8th inning, and all tied up at 4. Parlow, Kusati, and Olson a combined 1 for 8 this game. First time facing Sean Chandler, though. See if this part of the order can reverse their fortunes here with this game all tied up. The 57's, 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th. An RBI double that brought in 2 courtesy of Riley Campbell. Campbell has been a playoff warrior for Joe Carnahan's Swift Current 57's. 88-mile-an-hour fastball from Sean Chandler, just missing inside. 1-0 count to Mackenzie Parlow. Parlow 1 for 3, singling, grounding out and flying out. One-0 pitch. High fly ball. Heads up. That ball escapes Mitchell Field straight south. 1-1. We'll be online tomorrow night from Remax Field in Edmonton. 7:05 first pitch for game number 3 of this WMBL championship final. Game 4, if necessary, goes Wednesday. We'll have that one too. 1-1. Sean Chandler. 89 miles an hour, just misses painting the outside corner in this righty-on-righty matchup. Two-one pitch. Chandler. Again going for that outside corner, and Ron Shuchuk not budging on it. 3-1. Mackenzie Partlow likely sitting on fastball over the plate here. 3-1 pitch. He gets that fastball over the plate. Cole Thibodeau, second baseman, positions himself underneath that baseball and makes the catch.
And with that out, beer is on sale. $2 break dollars at the Diamond Energy beer booth until the end of this inning.
One down, Anthony Cusati, who struck out twice to Dustin Wells and flew out to right his last time up. We'll take a turn now. Sean Chandler. Fastball low and away. Nothing in one count. Oh, 1 to Cusati. Dean Olson on deck. One away here, top of the 8th, 4-4, Swift Current and Edmonton. Sean Chandler, 0-1 pitch. 90 miles an hour inside. A nervous tension gripping Mitchell Field. A cool August night, game 2 in the championship series. 4-4 the score. Fastball letter high, 2-1. Sean Chandler from Bellevue, Nebraska will take an extra moment before delivering the 2-1 pitch. And now Anthony Cusati will ponder whether to spin, solve, or buy a vowel here. Two-one pitch. 3-1. There's one out and nobody on here in the top of the 8th inning in this 4-4 ball game between Swift Current and Edmonton. And Sean Chandler wanting to have a chat with John Baeta. "6'5" pitcher strategizing with his catcher on what to do with Anthony Cusati with the count 3-1. In retrospect, Sean Chandler a key part in the 57's round 1 and 2 playoff victories. Coming in tough times, calming a storm, and allowing the 57's to get back in games. Fastball up, and Cusati draws a walk.
Now batting the center fielder, number 15, Dean Olson.
Dean Olson reaching on a fielder's choice, walking and striking out this game. He's scored one of Edmonton's 4 runs as well. Runner on at first with 1 away here. 4-4 the score, top of 8. 57's with 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th, gaining momentum. They want to keep that momentum going and keep these Edmonton Prospects off the scoreboard. 1 hopper to John Baeta, and Anthony Cusati slides headfirst into second base uncontested. Go ahead run advances to second base with 1 away. Riley Campbell having a quick chat with Sean Chandler. A few guys getting active in the 57's bullpen as Jagger Harjo starts warming up. Stray baseball from the bullpen. One 1-0 count, runner on at second base. 4-4 ball game. Ground ball. High hopper to Brett Esau. He'll eat it. Low velocity ground ball. Esau didn't have the time to make that throw to first and risked throwing it away from Bodie Cooper with the runner on at third.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 4, Derek Shedden.
So Esau will eat that ball, and Joe Carnahan making his way out to have a chat with Sean Chandler here. Infield conference with runners on the corners and 1 away here. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Derek Shedden. As Michael Gahan is going to come in to hit.
Now batting, pinch hitter number 13, Michael Gahan.
Top of the order on deck, Jake Lanferman. Gahan into pinch hit. Gahan in the postseason a .250 hitter. Chandler, 90-mile-an-hour fastball, inducing a foul ball down the first base line. 0-1 the count. Go-ahead run represented by the runner on third base for the Prospects. Anthony Cusati walked and advanced on that infield single by Olson. Prospect dugout is vocal. Towering fly ball. Bodie Cooper makes the catch for the second out. .57's not out of trouble yet. Go ahead run still 90 feet away.
Number 22, Jake Lanferman.
Jake Lanferman, the leadoff hitter for the Prospects, who's got 2 hits this game. A run scored and an RBI as well. Lanferman hitting .413 in the postseason. And if Prospects coach Ray Brown could pick one guy to be at bat in a situation like this, statistically, Lanferman's that guy. Native of Sherwood Park, Alberta. Sean Chandler in the top of the 8th, 4-4 the score. Fastball, 89 miles an hour past Lanferman.
Getting a replay on the.
Oh, 1 pitch. Ground ball. Hops up on Cole Thibodeau. And a run scores. 5-4 Prospects. Prospects put the ball in play and go up 1 here in the top of the 8th. Zane Tekar, 3 for 4 this game. 2 singles and a double. Fly ball hit to shallow right field. Nick Kanyas has to hurry, and that's past him. A run's going to come in to score here as Kanyas laid it all on the line but couldn't squeeze that ball, and the Prospects go up 2. 57's put up 2 in the bottom of the 7th. The Prospects respond with a deuce of their own here in the top of the 8th. Joe Carnahan is going to head in, and that'll do it for Sean Chandler. Jagger Harjo will enter this game with the Edmonton Prospects. Runners on 2nd and 3rd and up 6-4. Game number 2 of the WMBL Best of 5 playoffs.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Jagger Harjo from Midwest City, Oklahoma, warming up here as the Prospects have got their 2-run lead back. It's 6-4 in the top of the 8th.
Now batting,
Number 3 hitter in the Prospects order, Nick Spillman. Have to wonder if Spillman is due. A .325 hitter, 0 for 4 this game. A contribution offensively now with runners on at 2nd and 3rd in the twilight innings of this game would be timely for Ray Brown and the Edmonton Prospects. Jagger Harjo. 86-mile-an-hour fastball hit to shallow right field. Nick Kanyas is there to make the catch. Edmonton strands 2, but they score 2. And the deficit once again for the 57's is 2. Bottom of the 8th coming up. 6-4 Prospects. Back with the bottom of the 8th after these.
Be sure to check out the Swift Current 57's website. Updated stats and standings, player profiles, and news on upcoming events.
Live in Sky Casino. Live in Sky. Live it up.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packages.
At your one stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor. Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Blake Adams to the plate in the bottom of the 8th. Edmonton has a 6-4 lead. 3-4-5, Adams, Cooper, Conyas due up for Swift. Adams has walked twice and flown out to the catcher. Adams, Cooper, Conyas combined 1 for 6 in this one. Marion McLean brought in relief last inning. Breaking ball just above the belt to Adams. Great start in this one for Andrew Grider of the Prospects. 6 2/3. 3 earned runs, striking out 4 and walking 4. And Adams is going to wear one.
Now batting, sponsored by Millhoff Electric, the first baseman, number 5, Bodie Cooper.
Bodie with a sac fly RBI. He's flown out and struck out. Ray Brown makes his way out to the mound, and it looks as though he's going to summon Andrew Morasti. Morasti, a 6'7" right-hander from Edmonton by way of Meadow Lake. He'll face Bodie Cooper with nobody out and a runner on at first. Back with Morasti on the mound in just a moment.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Quaker Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
Welcome back with Swift Current 57's baseball. Nobody out, runner on at first. Andrew Morasti in to pitch, right-handed reliever. In the postseason, This will be Morasti's 5th appearance. 3 saves, a 2.7 earned run average. He's 1-0. 3.1 innings of work, striking out 2 and walking 1, allowing 3 hits. 17 appearances in the regular season, 25 innings of work, striking out 21, walking 8. 9 saves. So Morasti in for what Ray Brown would hope would be the final 6 outs of this one. Blake Adams on at first, Bodie Cooper at the plate. Morasti, 88-mile-an-hour fastball from the right-hander is up and out, and it's a 1-0 count. Bodie with a sac fly RBI this game. Fastball paints the outside corner at 85. One pitch. Cooper slashes that foul. 1-2 to Bodie. Cooper representing the tying run here in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 6-4 lead for the Edmonton Prospects. Swift had 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Edmonton replying with 2 in the top of the 8th. Morasti glares Adams back to first. Marion McLean hitting Blake Adams with a pitch. That caused Ray Brown to summon Andrew Morasti. Breaking ball, letter high, 2-2. One for 3, Nick Kanyas on deck with nobody out here, and a runner on at first. Morasti steps off. Two-two pitch. Cooper swings and misses. 1 down. Nick Kanyas, who's 1 for 3 to the plate.
Nick Kanyas.
Mason Brown on deck. Prospect pitching, holding the 57's to just 5 hits in this one. An 87-mile-an-hour fastball up and away to the lefty hitter, Kanyas. Kanyas slaps that foul.
Kids, that's a Standard Motors foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth. You get it?
One and one. Morasti goes with the glare in lieu of the pickoff move. 1-1 pitch. Kanyas. 86-mile-an-hour fastball past the native of San Antonio, Texas, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch. Kanyas hits that to center field. Right where Dean Olson was standing. A well-hit baseball, but Olson playing right where he needed to be.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 9, Mason Brown.
Mason Brown 0 for 3. 306 average in the postseason. In key moments of playoff games, Mason Brown has delivered in this postseason. It's the bottom of the 8th. There's 2 out. He represents the tying run. Blake Adams on at first. Brett Esau on deck. Andrew Morasti. Fastball to Brown. That gets away from Mac Partlow. Blake Adams staying put at first. One-0 pitch to Brown. 89-mile-an-hour heater inside. Andrew Morasti asking where that one missed. Two-0 count. Fastball up, 3-0 to Brown. Three 3-0 pitch. Brown takes. Fastball right across the plate, 3-1. Brett Eastsaw, who leads the land in postseason home runs, on deck. 57's would love the opportunity to get to him. 3-1 to Brown. Andrew Morasti. Fastball, letter high, walking Brown. Don't be surprised to see Thomas de Bonville come in here to run for Mason Brown. And yep, here comes Thomas.
Number 11, Brett Esau.
Mason Brown, a 5-pitch walk. Thomas de Bonville checks in.
For the Swift Current 57's at first base, number 4. Thomas de Bonville.
High fives and fist bumps for Mason Brown. 2 down, bottom of the 8th. Brett Esau representing the go-ahead run. Esau's flown out, struck out, and been hit by a pitch in this one. Fastball. It's a Meadow Lake on Meadow Lake matchup. Andrew Morasti from Edmonton by way of Meadow Lake. Also the hometown of Esau. Fastball drilled into the backstop by Esau, 1-1. One pitch with 2 down and 2 on. 57's trailing 6-4. Fastball up to Esau, 2-1. Runners on are at first and second. There's 2 down. Inside to Esau, 3-1. Mason Brown walking moments ago. Thomas de Bonville into pinch run. Count is 3-1 to Esau. 3-1 pitch. Esau tops that 3-1 fastball, 89 miles an hour coming down the middle, and it's a full count. Hardest pitch of Andrew Morasti's night thus far, hitting the gun at 89. Every light bulb on the scoreboard illuminated. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. 57's with 2 on here, bottom of the 8th. Morasti. Ground ball by Esau, hit to third. Throw to first is on target. And the Prospects get themselves out of trouble and get out of the 8th inning with a 2-run lead.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on.
Top of the 9th coming up. Swift Current will try and limit the damage to 2 runs. We'll be back right after this.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Bottom of the ninth inning, or top of the ninth, rather. Prospects with a 2-run lead. Eric Sabrowski will lead off and try and add to it. Ground ball. Riley Campbell takes it on the run nicely. And on target to Bodie Cooper. Great play by Campbell.
Now batting,
One down.
Number 5, Tony Olson.
Sabrowski, Olson, and Mackenzie Partlow. In the top of the ninth, their team up by 2. 57's 8-9-1 in the bottom of the ninth. John Baeta, Cole Thibodeau, and then the top of the order. Fastball from Harjo, strike one. Tony Olson 1 for 4, striking out twice this game. 6-4 Prospect lead. Nothing in 2 the count. Breaking ball from Jagger. Hitting the gun at 74, and that just drops low, and it's a 1-2 count now. One-two pitch. Breaking ball. Another ground ball to Riley Campbell. Fields that hop perfectly. Back-to-back 5 threes.
Now batting, the Swift Autobody Beer batter, the catcher, number 19, Mackenzie Partlow.
2 down here, top of the ninth. Credit the Edmonton Prospects, win or lose, shaking off last night's 13-7 loss. Coming in here, playing a relatively clean game defensively. Getting some good pitching and timely hitting. Andrew Grider, 6 2/3. Only allowing 4 hits. Fly ball, shallow center field, and that'll fall in for a single. Second hit of the game for catcher Mackenzie Partlow.
Anthony Casati.
Casati 0 for 3 with a walk. Casati, 225, postseason batter. Hit 224 in the regular season. 2 outs, runner on at first. 57's heading to the bottom of the ninth. Trying to keep the deficit to just 2. First pitch from Jagger Harjo, 1-0 count. Fastball, letter high. Jaeger struck out 5 in 5 1/3 innings of work in the postseason. He's only walked 1. 2-1 the count now to Anthony Casati. Fouled off by Casati. 86-mile-an-hour heater from Harjo. 2-2 with 2 away. Casati number 7 in the Prospects batting order. Curveball. Ground ball to Thibodeau, who gets the 4-3. And that'll do it for the Prospects in the top of the 9th. The deficit for the 57's is 2. Odds stacked against the home team. Swift needs 2, and we'll be back right after this.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
John Baeta, Cole Thibodeau, Riley Campbell.
John Baeta.
Andrew Morasti in to pitch for the Prospects. Eight, 9-1 for the 57's. Bottom of the 9th, trailing by 2. Trying to go up 2-0 in this championship series, but they trail by 2 here. Andrew Morasti, 12 saves this summer. Prospects won 6 to get to the league finals. Morasti saved 3 of them. Baeta swings that into Mackenzie Parlow. And Parlow is going to take a second. Count 0-2. Andrew Morasti, the 6'7", 240-pounder from Edmonton. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. One and 2. last, he paints the outside corner with that slider. One away.
Number 1, Cole Thibodeau.
Cole Thibodeau came up big the last time he was up, contributing to that 2-run 7th inning for the 57's. They tied the game at that point before Edmonton responded with 2 more in the 8th to give them this current 6-4 lead. Prospects 2 outs away from evening this series up and taking the split out of Swift Current, as Cole Thibodeau lines that into the glove of Anthony Casati at third base. 2 down, top of the order up for Swift.
Now batting, sponsored by ACT, the third baseman, number 8, Riley Campbell.
'57's with 5 hits in this one after that 13-run explosion last night. Campbell 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBI. .82 miles an hour, hitting the outside part of the plate. Breaking ball at the eyes of Campbell. 1-1 the count with 2 away and Matt Bondarchuk on deck. 57's down by 2, down to their final out. Slider drilled into the backstop. Count is 1-2. One-two pitch. Breaking ball. Campbell stays alive by drilling that into the backstop. One-two pitch. Ground ball. Throw to first is in time.
And that's ball game. Tonight's final score. The Edmonton
Zane Tekar fielding the 6-3, and the Edmonton Prospects have earned the series split in Swift Current.
is now tied up at a game apiece.
Swift Current will try and win 2 in a park that has been historically good to them, Remax Field in Edmonton. We'll have that webcast for you tomorrow night, 7:05. Our 57th player of the game, Riley Campbell, with a couple of hits, a couple of runs, and a couple of RBI.
2 runs scored. Number 8, Riley Campbell.
So the 57's board the bus first thing in the morning tomorrow, and we'll be back tomorrow at Remax Field in Edmonton. First pitch at 7:05. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for this edition of Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. We'll talk to you tomorrow, and for sure, Wednesday. Thank you very much, and good night from Mitchell Field.